What is up, YouTube? This is Fortress Striker. It's been a while since I've done a profile for the last few weeks because of complications and other stuff that I'm going through right now. But with that in mind, I will be talking about that another time. So today, I'll be presenting a deck profile of my Trunks leader that's going to be used for the format of the meta. So this is basically a build I worked on just yesterday, and I play tested it pretty well. This deck is pretty aggressive. So this is the Trunks-Flute build. Of course, you're going to be requiring to use the Trunks Hope of the Future leader. Obviously, so he's your aggro leader. He does a lot of effect to basically when you combo with cards that are two or more from your hand. And then you just obviously draw to get to choose to. And of course, once you get them awakened, it's pretty much more effective. It's just that, of course, in this format, for those who aren't very aware of, is the fact that this format is very fast paced. So most of those games are going to end in about 2 turns with a certain decks. Especially at this moment that Hirudegarn is the #1 deck at this moment in the meta. And I will probably might want to do a deck profile of Giovanni's recent win in the PvG. I just didn't have a chance to do it. He was officially winner of 4-0-1, but we'll get to that soon. So let's get straight to the deck profile. So first things first, what we're playing here is the Supreme Kai of Time World's Protector as the super combo, and the reason is because that basically as a testing method, we're going to use a lot of Overwhelm, because again, in this format, Overwhelm is just busted as hell. And with this card, we're obviously going to do a lot, basically just having cards in the Overwhelm to go ahead and do a super combo off with 5 or less life, it doesn't matter. Yeah, sorry, 5 or more cards in the board instead, and you can use it anytime. So that's what's so really great about this card. Next things first, we're obviously going to go with the Time Choice Supreme Kai Time at 3, because this card officially makes Time Patrol nothing now. This card officially is what's going to get me is very useful for this type of meta, where you go ahead and search your battle cards, pick one in your hand, and then put them in the bottom, and put the other 2 in the bottom of your deck. After you overwhelm this card, so simple in that, and we'll get to how this can go off in the first turn. So next, of course, for the next overwhelm, we're playing Trunks Power Over Single Time. You just need to, obviously, because you obviously want to get a card from your overwhelm added to your hand, at least basically your Unyielding Spirit Trunks or your super combo, but mainly, maybe, just maybe, your Unyielding Spirit Trunks, because you want to go ahead and get your energies up and use it for the combo, so that way you can go ahead and start doing more plays to affect your opponent. And of course, this card is Double Strike. So, and Double Strike mainly in this format is ridiculous. So let's put it this way: aggros is actually the top thing going on in this format. It's ridiculous. So you obviously got to go 2, or maybe you might want to go first, get an energy, do whatever, and then kill your opponent up. But we'll see. And of course, finally for the block, we play Mira, Creator Absorb. This is a shout out to my new friend Anthony Thomas, who basically we met in the WhatsApp chat, and playtesting this deck with him, and he showed me a way how this card is so effective that if you're starting to attack with your leader or any other card, and then you use the Double Strike with a Chomp or anything, and your opponent has about 2 or less life, and your opponent might find ways to fight back or has used the energy, and you're like, oh, okay, well, that's fine to go. This would be your last resort. As long as you got 1 last energy in your active in your field, you already have a chance to summon this guy, warp all the cards out, combo the hell out of it, and then make this guy already over at least up to 100,000 power plus with his 30,000 power, and he is Double Strike, and the best part, he's Deflect, so you can't Cold Bloodlust him, you can't Crusher Ball him. All you gotta do is make sure you save that card to negate. Otherwise, once this card's on the board, your opponent cannot do anything whatsoever. So you gotta be very careful when this guy comes out. Alright, and that's it for the black card. So now, let's get straight to it. It is the Legendary Flute style, of course. So, obviously we all know Legendary Flute is 0 drop. As long as your leader is blue, you get to choose 1 card on your opponent's field or your field and return to the hand. And the card you return to your hand was your own battle card, you get to draw. So obviously you do that. Some of your Cabas, your Trunks, attack, swap out. Obviously, you're going to use the, and of course, obviously, Unyielding Spirit Trunks here, who basically gets you off anyway to make sure you summon up the cards again, do a lot of damage to your opponent, and get your energies out. This guy is so great. Glad this card got to be special again, because, you know, I knew this card was great, just it depends on the format. So anyway, next we are playing, of course, the blocker. As of this moment on, blockers and negates are at 4 in this format, so they're now the most highest priority in the meta. And so you're going to need Mai, because of course with her in the Trunks build, it's so awesome just to go ahead and just protect yourself. And if if the blocking wasn't used or anything, and your opponent couldn't do anything, you just use it for this combo as long as it's on the board. Just be very smart to time it right, because I know a lot of people like to trick their opponents to find a way to get over the blockers and the negates. Next, of course, we are playing Hidden Darkness Tapion. So this card is pretty damn amazing. So you combo with, so its effect resolves when you attack with this core or you combo with it. You're obviously not going to summon this card, so you're mostly going to use it to combo. So when you combo with this card and your leader card is blue, place up to 3 cards from the top of your deck into the drop area. Now don't worry about it. You don't have to do whenever you combo. It's whenever you decide to do it. So don't worry about it. And it's up to 3. So obviously you have the decision to go pick mill 1 or mill 2. So just in case you're at last resort of your deck, which I don't know why you do that, you basically will be safe. But this helps us, obviously, like I said, is the reason why we can use it to get off with our Time Choice Supreme here. With these two working together, you can obviously go summon her and swing and search, obviously to get mainly your Unyielding Spirit Trunks most of the time. If not, you gotta make sure you gotta get these two guys right here. Obviously, you need to have these guys as a starting hand for precisely the Intensifying Power Trunks. Of course, Kaba, they both have the same ability where you just take a card in your hand and the effect resolve, except they have a different way. When you use it, this gains the 10,000 power, and which also this one too. But this one gains double strength. This one, on the other hand, gets critical. So to be smart, basically, we know for the fact that if you're newer to the meta, you want to start, if you have a Trunks, start with Trunks, because you want to make sure you crit your opponent's life out, and if they have to use their hand, that's kind of like show desperation, for that matter. And if not, and then later you want to use Kaba for later game, because you want to double strike your opponent out, so that way they have less chance of winning and a less chance of getting the cards they need to go ahead and do a play for the OTK or 2KK, right, or TTK or whatever. No, the 2-turn kill, for which that form is based on. All right, and of course we got Furthering Destruction Champa, of course, because he basically is there to make double strike a thing, and simple as that. And then we're playing for our next blocker, Bodyguard Legic. So good. So if you go second, your opponent most of the time is not going to summon a card, because at this moment on, first turn players are never going to summon a card. They want to make sure to be smart, and unless they have a blocker that's special itself or anything, you're obviously going to play 1 energy in your turn, because it's what matters on the next turn. So and yeah, basically he works well precisely like after your opponent's turn, if you have a creature or not. If not, you can use him for your red energy, so you can summon out the Kaba or Trunks. Alright, and of course we are obviously playing the Unbreakable Super Saiyan Son Goku, because we do want a combo to draw to our resources, of course. And if not, if he gets in your first hand, then again, use it for red energy. We're going to need a lot of red energies, because this is a red energy build with blue support as our combo pieces or blocks. And the black, obviously, to overwhelm and kill it off your opponent as much as you can. And finally, of course, we are playing the Pride of Justice Tapo. Now, the situation when I had to play with this card was the fact that I was going to play Weast Portion, and I was playing with a blue build. But it was a little slower, so, and I was thinking, what else is there to help me? Because Vados is going to be shit anyway. I mean, sure, I don't mind to negate and have my cards in active mode, but at the same time, that's not really useful in your opponent's turn. It's more useful when you have your own cards and switch to active mode during your turn. And just so you know, guys, 4 drops in this format is dead. So hit's dead, this Topple summoning dead, whatever. So when you're playing the meta, at least. If you're playing for fun decks, that's a different story. But like I said, you gotta be careful how the meta resolves. So this guy is both your energy source and he's your negate, of course, just in case if the TTK doesn't go through. Sometimes it's the 3rd turn kill or whatever. but just in case, this guy is there to protect you, and if anything, you can use him for the 0-5 combo, which is so good for this build and the format. And that's it, guys. That's basically the Trunks-Flute deck profile I have. I really am going to make this build in real life because, well, frankly, the best part about it is that most of these cards are cheap, depending on as long as they don't go high in price, and I don't hope it's too late. Unfortunately, the only thing I have as I own right now is just the 4 Cabas. I will have to get the rest of these cards separately sometime later on. I want to make this and play this in tournaments, sometime cool stuff, and maybe when I'm ready I'll play at the PBG because I know that's the big leagues here in South Miami, of course, because I'm not going to go for regionals, nationals. I'm not on that peak level yet, but let's see if I can at least make a 3-2. If anything, so anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this profile. It's been fun making this deck. I love testing it. I'm going to play it again with one of my friends later on, sometime later, maybe this week when I'm free. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this profile and give this video a like, comment what you think about this deck, share this to your friends, subscribe if you're new, and this is Fortress Striker, signing off.